pumped up, man.
Okay, we are live, man. We are live. We are live. We are live. We are pumped up, man, for this webinar. What's going on, guys? My name is Paulo CQ.
I'm Cassandra Lee, and together we are
the Power Couple.
And we are pumped up to be here, man, because we know a lot of you who actually know us personally on here. You guys have been telling us that you're stuck or you're struggling with getting people to say yes, right? Getting people to say yes. And some of you are actually at the level you want to be in Vemma, but you're struggling with getting people to duplicate in your team, all right? And so we're pumped up because we want to share some powerful information with you. And really, the best part about it is that y'all just came back from Vegas at the All-In convention. If you had a blast over there, put in the comments that you freaking had an awesome time and you can't wait to take it to the next level. Like, if you just had a great time, let us know, man. We're really excited. I see a few people here, so go ahead. Don't be afraid to comment. You know, no one's gonna like point fingers at you.
That's cool, man. You know, and if you didn't go to that event, man, you know, shame on you, right? Because events change lives, right? You know, events change lives, right? So if you're taking your Vemma business serious, you know, you have to make sure that you do whatever it takes to get to those events, right? But look, what are we gonna cover in this in this webinar, right? We're gonna cover a lot of things, right? Awesome, cool, man. Someone commented, right? That's awesome. Well, anyways, right, what are we going to be covering? We're going to be covering a lot of cool stuff, right? I know some of you guys have been seeing a lot of posts on our social media, right? We're going to cover how to get 100 people interested in your Vemma business, right? And how to get 80% of them to be for sure that they want to join your business, right? I mean, let's just take a couple of seconds and think about what that can do for your business, right? Let's think a couple of seconds and think about what that could do for your team, right? And let's think, right, about what that can do for your life, right? Because at the end of the day, right, we're here for something more powerful than money, right? But think about how many people you're going to be able to save and change, right? So make sure you stick around to the whole webinar, right? Because we have something magnificent that we want to share with you, right? I mean, we're going to dive in, right? We're going to give you a blueprint, right, of what you need to do right now to start getting the results that you deserve.
Absolutely. Like get your notebooks out, because it's going to be a lot of information, but not heavy information, not hard to understand information. This is going to be some information that is simple and easy to apply, and I am just excited that all of you are on here, man. The list just keeps growing. You know, I just you know, shout out to everyone who's on here, you know. So we're pumped up, and we can't wait to get this going. So what we want to do is let you know this, right? By the end of this webinar, you're going to be feeling like the first day you joined Vemma. Remember that feeling? Or the feeling like after leaving Vegas, that feeling where you know something big, something epic is about to happen in your life. That's the feeling you're going to have. And all you're going to want to do is take action. This feeling is going to be like kind of like butterflies, right? They're just going to be coming not only in your stomach, but all over your body. And you're going to not know what to do with that energy, only to put it into action. And so we can't wait to share all of this cool stuff with you, you know? It is going to be awesome. You guys, our goal is that by the end of this webinar, that you feel confident that you're totally going to win with Vemma. That you feel 150% confident that your life is about to change, and that anyone you come in contact with, their life is about to change. It's to get you completely confident that this is it, that you are going to be the next big story in Vemma, that you are going to be the next person on stage sharing their story at the next Vemma convention. That is our goal. And if you're excited about that, let us know in those comments. Tell us how excited and fired up you are about getting your business to the next level. So high five to you guys. Congratulations for making it out here tonight, because it's about to get turned up.
It's going to get turned up, man. Look, listen, you know, I want to share something real quick with you, you know, because we're excited, right, because you guys are excited, because you guys are on here, right? We're gonna cover a lot of cool stuff, but before we do, I remember a time actually, right? I was about probably like, I don't know, like 10 years old, and I was playing Pop Warner, right? I was playing for the Island Giants, right? By the way, shout out to the Giants. If you're a Giants fan, that's pretty cool, right? Anyways, I was playing for the Giants, right? The Island Giants, and I was not a very good person. As a matter of fact, I wasn't the best person, so therefore, since I wasn't a very good football player, right, I usually sat the bench, right? But there was this rule in Pop Warner, right, that even though you were on the bench, you had to get 25 plays, right? You had to get 25 plays, right? You had to get 25 plays. So anyways, there's this one moment where we're playing this team, right? And my parents were so supportive. I mean, they used to always come to all of our games, right? All of my games. And, there was one time where I just got frustrated. I got so angry because I was tired of sitting in the bench, right? I was tired of sitting on the bench, right? And I remember that whole time I was watching my parents, right? They were on the bleachers and they were cheering me on from the bench, right? I felt embarrassed. I felt frustrated because I knew that if they gave me a shot, that I was going to go out there and make things happen, right? So finally, right, the team, obviously, I think we're winning or something's happening, right, because they decide to pull me in, right, and they pull me in as a defensive end, right? Defensive end, some of you guys know what that is, right? And when they pull me in, I am so completely 1,000% focused, right, that at the moment I go in, I run out there, right? My parents are going crazy because they're seeing their son finally go into the game, right? And when I finally go into the game, I line up, right? I'm in my bear position, 3 claws, whatever, right? And I'm just watching that ball. I'm watching that ball, and I'm watching for when that ball gets snapped, right? The quarterback's there saying some formations, hut. 1, 2, 3, and I finally see that ball move. That ball move, and I take action, and I go and I explode, and I pass the person around me, right? I go so fast that I managed to sack the quarterback, right? And let me tell you, the feeling of me grabbing onto that quarterback, throwing him on the floor was just unexplainable, right? It was unexplainable. I remember looking to my parents and the feeling of recognition, the feeling of accomplishment, the feeling that I had something inside of me that I actually was worth more than 25 plays, right? So why am I telling you this? I'm telling you this because I don't know whoever's on here, right? So whoever's on here is probably been struggling maybe for a long time, maybe on the verge of quitting Vemma, right? And I'm here to tell you, right, that don't quit, right? Because I was on the bench, right, getting only 25 plays, and I could have quit, right, because I never got in the game. But there just comes a moment, right? There comes a moment where sometimes you have to hit a low in order to hit a high. And that was at the point where I was embarrassed that my parents would come every single time to watch the game, and I never did anything. I mean, can you imagine that, right? Some of you guys can, right? And then I took action. Right? Because I was frustrated, right? So if you're frustrated, it's a good feeling because it just means that you're looking for a better way. And you're looking that when you get the opportunity, you're going to explode the same way I exploded. And you're going to take your Vemma business to the next level, okay? Because that's what we want to help you do, right? That's the only reason why you're here. And that feeling that my wife described, right? That feeling that you got in Vegas if you were there, or maybe that feeling when you first enrolled that first Vemma brand partner, right? Or maybe the first feeling that you got when you first got presented the opportunity. Let me tell you something. When I sacked that quarterback, that was the same feeling times 1,000. So I can't wait for you to take action on the things that we're going to be sharing with you today. And if you do, you're going to sack that quarterback. And you're going to look back into the audience, and the audience can represent your family, your friends, people who maybe didn't believe in you, right? Or maybe the people who are really counting on you, right? And you're going to smile at them and say, I did it. I did it. So let's get right to it.
Absolutely, man. I love when you tell stories, man. It's awesome. Jim, he said, good morning from Australia. Well, good morning to you. It's a lot of evening for some people here. Some of it is a late night. But, if you are not in the U.S., feel free and put it in. And if you are in the East Coast, West Coast, or Central America, tell us where you're from, guys. We're really excited to have you all here. Let us know, and we'll shout you out. And just so we can see all the diversity here going on.
You know, this is really cool, right? Some of you guys received our email, right? This is cool because this is like having a home event, but on steroids, right? Because, I mean, we have people all over the world, right, who register for this webinar, right? And if you're on here, right, and you probably, just got on here, I would recommend and I would strongly suggest, go out and call your friends, get your teammates on this webinar, right? You don't want them to miss out on this because it's going to be powerful stuff we're going to be sharing, right?
Absolutely. Look, if you're ready right now and you have your notebook ready to take some notes, let me know because we're about to get started. Orlando, Florida. Milo here from Orlando, Florida. That's awesome. We're excited to have you here, Milo. I hope I'm saying your name right. So yeah, man, let us know if you're ready right now to take action, to take notes on what we're about to teach because I'm about to start. And I want to know if you guys are ready to listen. Put it in the comments right there that you're ready. In the meantime, we're going to play patty cake. No, I'm just kidding.
I was serious.
He was serious. You're serious. Yeah, let us know right now. One person there, let us know if you're ready to take some notes because it's about to get really good. Penn State University, Park Campus, Sammy. Thank you, man.
Shout out to you, Sammy.
We're glad to have you on here,
We appreciate you, buddy. Thank you for getting on here.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to get right to it, y'all. I'm excited. Here we go. I'm putting it all on.
What she's getting that thing that what we're gonna present with you, right? What's gonna happen here, right? Shout out to Ellie, right? Florida, Leesburg, right?
We got some Florida people.
Cool
up
stuff,
in here.
man. Florida's awesome, right? What you're getting ready, right? This is what's gonna happen, right? You see, there's probably several of hundreds of people who register for this webinar, right? But you see, out of the 100 people, not everybody's gonna show up, right? Because there's two types of people that we've learned, right? There's two types of people. There's a type of people that, they get excited, they get hyped up, right, when they learn something, right? And they say they're going to do something, right, but then they never do it, right? And then there's a type of person, and whoever's on this webinar, I strongly believe that you are this person who says they're going to do something and they do it, right? And I want to congratulate you because you are going to be receiving something today that has the potential to really explode your Vemma business, right? And the people who register and are not here, they're going to miss out on something, right? So that means that you can go out there after today's webinar, and you can implement what we're teaching you and begin to start creating magical results inside of your Vemma business, right? Because that's what we're here for. We're here for you. Absolutely. We're here to help you, right? We're here to help you get closer to your dreams and your goals, right? And I want you to look at us right in the eyes because that's exactly what we're here for, right? There's nothing else that we would want to be here because I'm sure you guys read a lot, right? Napoleon Hill says that there's no success without happiness, and there can be no happiness without transferring joy to other people, right? And how do you transfer joy? How do you transfer that kind of stuff, right? You transfer it by helping others, right?
Yeah.
So we're here to help you, man. We're excited for you guys, and let's get to
it. We got some people who said let's go. They're ready. We're going to get right to it, guys. Make sure you have your questions ready because when I say who has some questions, go ahead and throw them in, all right? So here we go. Let's take this to the moon. Boom. All right, here we go, guys. We're getting started right now. So when you first join Vemma, right, and you become an affiliate of Vemma, what happens, right? Few things happen. They teach you to start home events, Skype, three-way calls, right, and prospecting, right or wrong, okay? This is the first thing that you learn, okay? So what we're going to do here, today you're going to be learning the difference between the 2 to 5 year plan and a 6 to 12 month plan, all right? Which one do you think is better is your choice. So this plan works. It is very effective, no doubt about it. People get results that way. Think about all the leaders who you've seen on stage at the All-In event, right? Well, the only problem with this is that it takes pretty long, okay? It just takes long, all right? So this is the 2 to 5 year plan that they put you on the moment you become an affiliate of Vemma. Here you are. There's your goal. This is the 2 to 5 year plan, right? And that, what you do here to get to your goal is those home events, those prospecting, those three-way calls, those Skype calls, right? So what we want to do with what we're about to show you tonight is we're going to take that 2 to 5 year plan and make it a 6 to 12 month plan. We're going to shorten that, We're going to shorten it a lot. Not even half of it, guys. This is a 6 to 12 month plan. Now, just like the 2 to 5 year plan isn't guaranteed, it's all about the efforts you put. It's the same thing with this 6 to 12 month plan. The things that we're going to teach here tonight is nothing that we're saying will guarantee you to freaking take this, get you to where you want in 12 months. It's only a shift in perception. It's a shift in perception, and if you take action, because these are the results that we have in our life that we know has gotten us to where we want it to be in 6 to 12 months. So if you can do the same thing, imagine, it is possible. That's all we're saying, is that it's possible. All right? So get ready, because this is what we're going to learn now. All right, so let's say we all go to Vegas. Imagine we all go to Vegas, right? I want to see your faces on this part. So imagine we all go to Vegas, okay? And in Vegas, to get there, I mean, we already saw that there's a whole bunch of people. Hold on. Just got a phone call, got to go prospect and hopefully line someone and get their verb on it. All right, anyway, so imagine this, right? So imagine we all go to Vegas, right? And we already know that there's people here from Australia, there's people here in Florida, people here in Penn State, right? There's people here from all over the world. So imagine this. To get to Vegas, how many of you guys actually went to Vegas? If you went to Vegas, did you take a flight there? Did you take a car there? Did you walk there? Did you ride a bike there? Did you take a train there? Okay, so all of you are going to have different answers. Some people like drove there. Some people walked there because they probably live in the area. Some people are excited and on this thing, but some people took a plane, right? Okay, so now what am I getting at to? The goal was to get to Vegas. How they got there is whatever they thought was best for them, right? They chose a method to get to Vegas based on their circumstances at hand, where they live, where they're from, their budget, right? And how fast they actually want to get there. Do they want to get there slow, or do they want to get there fast, right? They all chose a different way. So it's the same thing here. You all joined Vemma. You all became an affiliate of Vemma to open up your own business, to be your own boss, to get the lifestyle of what? Time freedom, financial freedom, you know, helping others, doing what you want, when you want, wherever you want, with whoever you want, right? You did it all for those reasons. Some of you have bigger whys, you know, to retire your parents, things like that. How you get there, you will determine tonight. You're either going to invest time or money. You're either going to do it the 2 to 5 year way or the 6 to 12 month way. You know, it's up to you how you do it. So tonight, that's exactly what we're going to show you. We're going to show you different options on how to get there. And then it's up to you to choose how you're going to start doing it, how you want to continue doing it. How many of you guys are ready to get people in here and that are already like targeted, already saying, yes, I want this. People who already want this, not having to convince anyone, not having to go up to somebody and say, hey, do you keep your business options open?
No.
Or, hey, what do you do? And then they say, I work. I do X, Y, and Z. I work at a job. How's that going for you? Oh, it's going great. What do you do? Man, I travel. I'm in a health and wellness company. You know, whatever it is that you guys say, right? Instead of convincing that person, there's a way to get people who are already interested in what you have to offer. People who are 80% sure that they want to be a part of your business. So how are we going to get you in front of their eyes? That is what we're going to talk about next. So here we go, going right back to it. Okay, so boom. Okay, so what we're going to do is talk about why home events, Skype and prospecting, and three-way calls take longer, why it makes it a 2 to 5 year plan. Well, simple. The reason why it takes long is when you're doing a home event, the first thing is you have to get people there, right? You have to get people there. And that can be time consuming because you're going out getting people to one home event. And why is that time consuming is because now it's on your prospect's convenience. which runs into your time. So, for example, I prospect someone and I say, hey, what are you doing tonight? I need you to come here. I have some really awesome things that I want to share with you. You have to be here, yada, yada, yada. They get there. I mean, they tell you they can't. They're busy. They're working. What are you going to do? You're obviously going to schedule another home event at a time that they are most available. Why? Because you really want them to get in. So you're going to be constantly having to do these home events based on the convenience of your prospect, right? The third one is you're going to have to constantly do them to keep momentum and growth, which means no time freedom. You know, home events are actually fun, guys, right? I honestly enjoy doing home events. I enjoy them, right? I enjoy meeting people and getting to know people and just sharing life and vision to people. However, I don't want to be stuck doing home events forever. How many of you, if you stopped doing a home event, would the momentum continue in your business? Would your team begin to duplicate? Would your business continue to grow? Be honest. How many of you can actually stop doing home events? How many of you can actually stop doing home events and just take the day off or do whatever you want for the week, you know? Is there anything you want to add to that, to the home events thing, you know?
Yeah, you know, I think home events is great, right? I just think, you know, I remember when I was probably like in, I think third grade, right? Or third grade. And, you know, back then we used to use the house phone a lot, right? You know, I didn't really have a cell phone or anything. And, you know, house phones were actually really popular, right? So I remember I had this little notepad, right? And all the friends that I had, you know, I remember putting their names in, right? And I remember putting their house number, right? Their house number, because most of my friends, that was the only way to communicate with them, right? And, you know, so anyways, you know, whenever I wanted to call them, I would go to, you know, obviously I would go and pick up my house phone from my parents' house, right? And I used to dial it in and, you know, call people, call my friends, hey, what's up? You know, hey, what's going on? Hey, how was school, right? Well, anyways, right, what happened is, you know, now my brother is probably doing the same thing, right? Except he around the same age too, except that now he's actually using an iPhone. He's using a cell phone. He has his own cell phone, right? So you see, even though the objective is to communicate, right, using the phone, right, it's to communicate with somebody, right, what's happening is that house phones, if you want to reach somebody, if you really want to reach somebody personally, the best way to reach somebody, the most effective way, happens to be through their cell phone. Because nowadays, how many people actually use house phones, right? Nowadays, none of my family has house phones. If I want to talk to them, I have to directly to connect with them on their cell phones, right? So we're not saying that home events don't work. They work, and they obviously, you know, people are getting results, right? But we want to show you how to get to them directly, how to tap into people who are actually looking for what you have to have, how you can look for people that see Vemma as the same opportunity that you saw when you saw it, right?
Yeah.
How to get people committed like yourself, right? Because guess what? My brother does not use a house phone anymore. As a matter of fact, my parents don't have one, right? But I did. You see, times are changing, and if you don't change with the times, there's a couple of things that are going to happen, right? You're going to miss out on capitalizing on a market that is open for the taking, right? It's open for the taking because nowadays, I'll add this too, people are getting more and more and more comfortable buying from the internet, right? People, as a matter of fact, you know, when I'm on my computer, right, I don't have my wallet on me, right, but actually, you know, I'm not gonna show the numbers, right, but you know, I basically, I come into the computer and I just place my card there, right. I place it right in front of my computer just in case I'm looking to buy something, right. So we want to show you how to take the power, leverage the internet in a way that a lot of people aren't doing, right? And get directly to where you want. Get directly to the end result and get into people who want what you have to offer, right? And get them to buy instantly because guess what? They're looking to buy, right? There's people out there right now who want to buy. They want to buy into your opportunity, and they want to be part of an awesome community, right?
Yeah, but with you. They want to do it with you. So this is some awesome stuff, guys. So we're going to keep it moving here. We're going to keep it moving, but definitely let us know if you can literally stop doing home events and if your business would continue to grow. Just let us know that. All right, so here we go. Next part. So now we're talking here. We're going to go into Skype and three-way calls. Why does that make the 2 to 5 year plan long? Why does it, I mean, the 6, why does it make it a long plan, right? Well, because one, you become dependent. If you are on here and you are actually succeeding in Vemma, where you're reaching ranks that, you know, most people when they first start takes them a long time to reach, right? If you are at least diamond or higher, right, the rank that everyone wants, what happens? Your downline, right? This is what Vemma's told to do, right? Vemma affiliates are told to do, is that when you have a prospect, to show social proof, connect with them, connect with an upline so that they can show the social proof, right? They can flash the keys, they can talk from, you know, more of an experience, right? So that way they can close out your prospect. So let's say that's you. Now you become a dependent. Now you are glued to your phone, to your computer, doing Skype calls. So not only are you spending time running around doing home events, but now the times that you're not, you're glued to your phone and to your Skype. And again, you're convincing people. And that's much harder to duplicate, because when somebody comes in, what happens? You are preparing them to do the same thing. Hey, let's get you to Frenzy. Let's get you to Frenzy. Anybody you bring, just connect them with who? An upline. And we're going to do as many home events as we can. It's much harder to duplicate that way, because not many people are what if you can teach each member in your business to be a producer? To be a producer. Imagine everybody to producing. That's it. Not depending, producing. It would be completely different, right? So the third thing is that it becomes time consuming. Let me ask you this. How many of you want to be a 6-figure earner glued to your phone or driving around at home events? And how many of you want to be a 6-figure earner traveling the world doing whatever it is that you want to do? Which one do you want? Which one do you want? Most of you are probably saying the second one. I want to travel. I want to travel. Put it in the comments. I want to travel. I want to do things that I want to do. I mean, isn't that why we got into business in the first place? To have that time freedom, right? So again, this is why it's a little time consuming. So let's talk about prospecting. Prospecting is like a numbers game, right? But before we go into that, I want to kind of like express something a little bit more to you, right? So, go ahead. I know you wanted to say something.
Yeah. You know, whoever's watching this, right? There's a couple of things that are probably coming to your mind, right? A couple of you guys are saying, you know, some of you guys may be team leaders, right? Some of you guys may be leading your team, right? And some of you guys are probably saying, you know, I care for my team. Okay? And I'm not going to stop what I'm doing right now because it's working, right? We're not telling you to stop, right? We're not telling you to stop, right? But we're telling you, we're exposing you to a different perspective, right? We're giving you a different angle so you can see your business from a way that you've never seen it before. You see, as human beings, we just don't like change, right? We don't like change, right? As a matter of fact, right? I mean, you know, I was actually attending church, right? I was attending church in Liquid. Right? I go to Liquid Church in New Jersey. Right now we're in Seattle, we're on vacation, right? But we were there, right? And this gentleman just comes up to us, right? And we're like reading our thing, you know, we're on our phones, right? We're like on our iPhones, right? We're just like, you know, sipping through our emails on Instagram, liking stuff on Facebook, right? You know, just operating the whole world from our phones, right? And he taps us on our shoulders and he's like, "How are those things?" We're like, "What, these?" "Yeah, how are those?" I'm like, "They're awesome, man. You don't have one?" And he pulls out, right? He pulls out this thing, right? That's like a dinosaur phone. It's like a flip phone, right? Who even uses those, right? And he says, "Yeah, you know, I'm looking to get one of those because, well, you know, I'm due for an update, and you know, everybody has them, and I think it's my time, right? It's kind of my time." Well, check this out. You know, by the year 2014, 9 out of 10 people are gonna have smartphones, right?
That's awesome.
And then after that, everybody's gonna have a smartphone, right? And this is what happens, right? When you don't move with the times, when you don't move and you don't change, right? What's going to happen is that you're going to get stuck, right? And you're going to be struggling, right? When you don't really need to struggle, right? And you're going to be doing things the harder way when there's an easier way, right? We're not trying to change the game. We're not trying to, you know, why break something if it's broken? We're just trying to give you a different way of thinking, right? We're trying to expose something to you so you can understand it, right? And
think of it like a remix, you know? When you have a song, it's a song and it's awesome. When they remix it, it's the same song with a cooler vibe to it most of the time, right? And so that's exactly what we're doing. You're using the same methods. We're going to remix it a little bit differently, and I'm going to show you exactly how. So that way you can implement it, and you can get there in 6 to 12 months because it's possible, and you can have time freedom and financial freedom. Doesn't that sound freaking amazing?
Sounds awesome.
That's what we're going to be doing, right? I cut you off a little bit, but I want to finish.
That's cool, right? Anyway, so the guy, right, he basically, he kind of shrugs his shoulder and he kind of gives me a smile. He's like, yeah, I'll probably get one of those next month, right? Or next month or something like that, right? And in my mind, I'm like, because this man has refused to change with the times, he's been missing out on so many things, He's been missing out on the convenience of listening to his favorite songs, right? He's been missing out on, just going on his emails and probably checking something pretty cool, right? He's been missing on connecting with people and his friends and relationships because nowadays we have a different way of communicating, right? We communicate through Facebook, right? We communicate through text messages, right? Not a lot of people communicate through phones, actually talking to people, right? But imagine by simply making the decision to change to an iPhone earlier, imagine how differently the areas in his life would have been, right? Because I use my phone to really build relationships with my family when I'm not around them, right? So I use Facebook. I like their pictures, right? People look at my Facebook and they can see that I'm doing great, that we're doing great, right? They can look at a picture, of something that we put up, and we can immediately connect with people, right? And guess what? This man has been missing out on all of that stuff because he simply refused to change, right? And what happens is that eventually, whether you like it or not, you're going to get forced to change. Eventually, there's not going to be no more flip phones, right? And eventually, what's going to happen is in your Vemma business, if you decide not to change, right, which is fine, which is totally fine, right? We're not here to convince people, right? We're just here to share what's working for us and what we know will work for you guys, right? What's going to happen is that you're going to miss out on a major transfer of capitalizing on something people are not doing, right? And once again, right, everybody's doing the same thing, right? What sets you apart, right?
Yeah. I want to piggyback off of that. It's cool because BK, right? BK is actually, making this change too. The reason why he went from, network marketing into the affiliate marketing is exactly that reason. He said it in his video. He wanted to be more like Amazon, right? Wanted to be more like Amazon.
Yep.
He didn't want to be like the traditional network marketing company. He wanted to be more like Amazon. What does that mean? He wants to take it more like of an online type of thing, and where people can come to it and choose if they want it, and then you make a percentage off of that, right? See, that's how that works. So it's already pushing that way, and I honestly believe that Vemma is one of the only network marketing companies that are actually pushing for that route. And that means that Vemma's ahead of the game, and y'all are going to be above everything. So if you can take what we're teaching you, apply it to this new way of thinking into this business, imagine how much even further Vemma's going to go. Imagine how much further you're even going to go.
That's actually a great point. Yeah, shout out to BK, right?
Yeah, because for doing that.
He's pushing that. He's pushing that model, right? So it's only a matter of time, and it's only a matter of you making a decision. It's either you change, right? You change, or you get stuck in the past, right? And hopefully you don't get stuck in the past and you move with times, because if that was the case, you're looking at being that man with the flip phone, right? and if you are the person like us, right, with the iPhones, it means that you're looking to change right now, and you've already made the decision, and you're taking notes, and you're saying something, and right now something is popping into your mind, and you're saying, holy smokes, I think I am onto something, and I want to tell you are onto something.
Yeah, man, just wait, because as this goes on, you're going to get an aha moment, and you're going to be like, holy crap, this is big. Yes, it's epic, and this can literally take you to your next level, right? So the last thing I was just talking about was prospecting, and why that usually takes the 2 to 5 year plan like a long way, right? The reason is because you're kind of playing like a numbers game, right? What do they tell you? Make a list of everyone that you know and hit them up. Go on Facebook and hit up people you haven't talked to for ages and just invite them, right? To talk to people, network, prospects, right? This is like a numbers game. Talk to 20 to hopefully get 2. Talk to 50 to get whatever. And you talk to more people to see if you can get that 1 or 2 in, right? And that is so time consuming. What if you could talk to 50 right people? People who actually want it. What if you can get 30 of them in? Instead of talking to random people, what if you knew who your audience was and contacted them, the people who are looking for what you want, and you get them in? It's possible, guys. You shouldn't be having to convince, because the best kind of prospect is the prospect that goes all in.
Buy it.
They buy it. They just go in, right? If you have to convince your prospect, they're not good. How many of you had somebody join your business and then end up quitting? How many of you had somebody able to join your business and then end up quitting? I guarantee, if not all of you, half of you have had people quit. And that's fine, but they just weren't the right people. What if you can get the right people? Do you feel me? It's really, really simple, okay? So I'm going to go back to that presentation. Does anyone have any questions so far? Okay? Let us know if you have any questions, all right? So, oops. Yeah, okay, so limited to one place at a time. So, for example, you are only one person. You are not omnipresent, right? You can't be all in different places all at once. You are in one place at a time, which means you're limited to the prospects who are only in the place that you are. You're limited to the prospects to only where you are, right? For example, I mean, some of you are saying, well, that's not necessarily true. I got somebody in London because, I have a friend of a friend of a friend who's there, or whatever, right? And that's cool, but then you're getting them on a Skype call, right? And you're getting them on those things. What I'm saying is, what if you can position yourself to where people that you have no idea contact you? For example, practically every single one of you don't know us that are on this webinar. Have no idea who we are. But somehow we presented ourselves to you, and if it wasn't for us doing that, we would have never came across you. Some of you who are in Australia, Florida, right? I would have never came across you. So what we want to do is teach you how to be in more than one place at once to get people to come to you, right? The third thing is that it's time consuming, no time freedom, right? Because you're going everywhere. This is why that 2 to 5 year plan takes forever, because of all these things. They're time consuming, right? So what we want to do is show you what you can replace those things with. I'm sorry, not replace, what you can add to those things with, right? What is it like doing a home event on the internet? A webinar, something like this can do that, right? And what happens is, this is being recorded. So you know what happens is, after this, I can drive tons of traffic to it, and people from all over the world will see it 5 years from now because it's recorded. So this live event that I'm doing for an hour or so with you guys is going to pay me for the rest of my life, because it's going to play forever. People all over the world are going to come in contact with this video forever. So that's like doing a home event that people can come to at their own convenience whenever they want, and you never have to do it again. The second thing is videos. I can record myself saying some things, doing some things, talking about some things, put it on the internet, and what happens? That video works for me forever. Now imagine you doing that. Imagine you making a video as if it were a home event, putting it on the internet. People go on Google anyway, searching how to make money online, or how to make money with Vemma, or they're searching it. And let's say your video comes up. What happens? That video works for you, and that video automatically gets them in. And if they don't want it, it weeded them out anyway. You didn't get rejected. You didn't even meet the person. Person that wants it will go out of their way to get it. And the third thing is blogs, right? I just mentioned people go on Google and they type information in that they want to learn about. What if your blog came up and they ended up joining your business because of your blog? Most of the stuff on Google that you search are articles and blogs. Barely any of them are sites. If I search how to get a splinter out of my finger, most likely there's not a website that teaches you how to do it. There's a blog or an article. And those convert people into becoming a lead or a prospect into your business, guys. You know the funny thing is that I'm saying all of this, and you are all like, huh, that kind of makes sense, right? And we always say it, especially here in Vemma, right? You guys always say it. We are the most socially connected group of people in the world, right? We started off with AIM. We have Facebook, Instagram. We're the most socially connected group of people. And that's awesome. That's awesome. Yet, we're not using one of the biggest advantages that we have, the internet. We're using social media, but we're using it as a prospecting tool. We're not using the internet to attract people to come to us. What if you can attract 80% of the people, 80%, not 80%, what if you can attract people that are 80% sure that they want to be in your business? It's that simple, guys. And those are some of the ways that are similar to a home event. The things I just mentioned are similar to a home event. All right, so now let me know if you guys have any questions. You guys are pretty silent over there, man. Usually when we do these webinars, they're like, everyone's like, you know, with so many questions and things like that. But this is pretty cool. I see a lot of you on here, so go ahead. Don't be afraid. You know, no one's gonna think it's a stupid question. We're here to help you. So you can put, if you don't want to put it on public, you can private message us the question. There's a thing there that you can private, you know, put that question in. Okay. All right. So let us know, and then we're gonna get that going. You know. Let me just check something really quick, guys. Cool. I think you can do that after. So.
No, I see. What's happening is that people are trying to register, but they can't get in. They can't get in. So, so go ahead. Keep talking for a little bit. I'll fix this.
Okay, cool. So you're fixing that. I think you can actually just send them the link live. Yeah.
I can't. Wait, I mean, I can't. They're just trying to get in.
There's a lot of people trying to get in, guys. This is some good stuff, man, and I can't wait that by the end of this thing, you guys are going to be freaking pumped up. So if you're getting value out of this, let us know, man. Just let us know what's going on, you know. If you guys have any questions, I'm checking now to see if you guys have any questions. So give me 1 second.
How do you redirect them? Like when they type in their webinar, how does it redirect to this? I'll figure that. You can go ahead.
Yeah. I think if you go here, right, you can get them that link.
Yeah, I can't because it's happening through
Instagram?
Yeah.
Tell them to add you on Facebook. All right, so now we're going to go back. Sorry, guys, about that. Cass says makes sense. Awesome. All right, cool. So now we're going back to the stuff here, okay? Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, cool. All right, you ready? Cool. All right, so now let's talk about what is similar to three-way Skype calls, right? Well, testimonials. What is the purpose of a Skype and a three-way call? Is what? Social proof. What if you can get your upline, your people, or people in your team to record a video or to write a little testimonial of them saying, man, this business, I mean, you actually can Google it. You can actually Google Vemma testimonials and you'll get a whole thing. What if you send people to there? What if you put that where it has your Vemma affiliate link, and what happens is those testimonials are doing the work for you now too. The second thing is social media. If your social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, right, all those things, Pinterest, if your social media is flooded with social proof of people going crazy and epic about this movement, you know, that stuff speaks to them. Sometimes people want to see that you're a real person, and when you send them to a social media and you put your results, man, you know, another one joined the business, or man, I love changing people's lives, or I love this product, things like that, right? The social media will do the social proof for you. And emails. When you send emails, you're able to put content, value. You're able to send them personal things, and that automatically somehow puts you as an authority that people believe that what you're doing is something that they want. You know, it automatically does this for you, you know, and it's pretty awesome. So does that make sense, guys? Are you guys getting some value out of this? Is this making sense? All right, so what is similar to prospecting? Two things: generating traffic and capture pages. Those are all similar to prospecting. What does that mean? Instead of you going out talking to people, there are methods that allow you to drive traffic to all of these things. The capture page hooks someone in to giving you their information rather than you saying, hey, yeah, contact me if you're interested. No, this gets people to give you their information. What does that already mean? People who say, hey, I'm interested, here is my contact information, contact me because I want to know about what you're doing. Wouldn't you say they're 80% sure that they want this? 80% sure? Absolutely. The people who don't want it, they won't give you their email. So that just already eliminates the number game. Having to talk to 100 people and 80% of them don't want it. You know what I'm saying? They're not interested. They don't want your business card. They don't want to give you their business card. This right here eliminates that, weeds out the people who do actually want what you have to offer. This is amazing stuff, guys, if you get it. It's amazing stuff. So let's go back to this 2 to 5 year plan and this 6 to 12 month plan. Imagine that you do both of them. You're doing the home events, the Skype calls, and the prospecting, along with what you're about to learn right now. Imagine that you do both of them. If you don't want to do it, that's fine. If you don't want to do the 2 to 5 year plan because you're realizing now that it is pretty time consuming, or maybe you don't want to do the 6 to 12 month plan even though you don't even know what it is yet. But you can actually be able to shorten this 6 to 12 month plan even more. It's possible. I can't guarantee it, but it's possible. And eventually you'll never have to do the 2 to 5 year plan ever, because what happens is that this system that you're about to learn right now is automated. It works for you when you don't even have to be there. See, the thing is that we want to get you guys to understand, to get your Vemma business to work for you, not you working for your Vemma business. You don't want to be a slave to your business. You don't want your business to own you. You want to own your business, and this is how you do that. Okay? So this is how you do it. Right now, we're going to teach you a system. What is a system? A system is save yourself time, energy, and money. Again, a system is save yourself time, energy, and money. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to help you save time and energy and money. And we're going to take the time, the energy, and the money and put it in things that will give you the greatest return of your investment for your future, which is the speed of reaching your goals. So how does that work? Well, it's simple, okay? I don't know if you guys have me on Instagram. Some of you, if you're here from Instagram, you've probably seen a video similar to this, right? This is the system that will automate your business. You have a funnel here. The funnel builds a list. What you're going to do is drive traffic to this funnel. And what happens is in the list, this is like emails and things, you're contacting them, and what happens is they automatically become a sale, whether it's an affiliate of Vemma or a customer of Vemma. This system does it for you. Not prospecting, nothing. You're using a method that will drive traffic to your funnel. They go through it, and what happens? If they want it, they buy. If they don't want it, they don't go through.
God, you know, by the way, this is phenomenal stuff, right? I just want to just say something before you go any further, right?
Yeah, do you want me to put the screen on?
No, that's right. They can watch this, right? And look, listen, you know, some of you guys are watching this, and some of you guys are saying, wow, this is really powerful. Oh, my God, what the frick is this, right? And then some of you guys, right, are, you know, watching this and saying, oh, my God, all I have to do is push a button, and I'm going to be rich, right? And that's not what we're teaching here, right? We're not teaching you how to press a button, and all of a sudden everything is done for you, right? What we're teaching you is how to develop a skill, right? A skill set, right, that allows you to write your own paycheck in Vemma, right? That allows you to step above from the competition. That allows you to capitalize on a market that has not been, that is really not using this, right? That allows you to be different. That allows you to get closer to your dreams and your goals faster than if you would have never met us, right? And the reason why you're here is because somehow, some way, you believe And we know that we will get you there as long as you take action and as long as you're open and as long as you're willing to change, right? And if you're that type of person, then I want you to hear me clearly, right? I want you to hear me clearly. I want you to hear us clearly, right? I want you to continue to keep taking notes, and I want you to open your mind even further, right? I want you to go out right now, and as you're watching this, right, I want you to put your hands on the table, right? I want you to stand up, and I want you to put your hands up in the air, and I want you to slap your chest, pound your chest, and say, "It's my time." I want you to do it again, and I want you to take your hands and pound your chest and say, "It's my time." And I want you to continue to keep repeating that. But this time you're getting louder and louder and louder, because now you are getting exposed to the same information that we were exposed 8 months ago. 8 months ago, when we were struggling, we had no idea what this was, and then we found something, and that something is what you're learning now, right? Now, as you continue to getting pumped up, and some of you guys have probably sat down, right? Some of you guys have sat down, and that's fine, because the person who's standing up right now, and the person who's pacing back and forth right now, and the person who's taking all the notes, they're saying, "I found something, and I'm ready to do this. I found something, I'm going to take action. I found something, and I'm going to be on stage. I found something, and I'm going to use it. I'm going to do it, and I'm going to get this damn thing in less than 2 to 5 years because it's my time." And it is your time. I want to say that. It's your time. The same way that I got called out onto the field, right? 25 plays left. It was my time. I got on that field, and I did what I had to do. It's your time, friends. It's your turn.
That's right. It's your time, guys. So take this, man. This is epic here. So hold on. I need to see something really quick. I need to see something. Cool. Oh, okay, cool. No, just wanted to check something out here. Okay, so guys, it's your time. It's your time. Okay, this is it right here. Pay close attention, because if you miss this, you miss the whole freaking webinar. If you miss this, you miss the whole freaking webinar, okay? So pay attention. Here we go. All right, so here, I want you to imagine that here is a filter, okay? And in this filter is what determines the people who actually convert, right? So you can't just drive traffic straight into the funnel. The filter's a few things, and I'm going to tell you what they are. Okay? Here's what the filter does. Let's say you're driving traffic to your blog. Let's say you're driving traffic to your video. Let's say you're driving traffic to your webinar. Let's say, Webby, you like that, right? Let's say you're driving traffic to a capture page. This is what the filter does. So when they come across your blog, your video, your webinar, or your capture page, if they like the information that they see here, what happens? They go through into the funnel. This is the filter. If they don't like it and they aren't interested, they don't go through. But the people who actually go through are 80% sure that they want what you have to offer. They are 80% sure. Guys, the internet is like real estate, okay? How many of you guys know about McDonald's? How many of you guys know about McDonald's? And how many of you know In-N-Out Burger? A lot of you are like, "Oh, of course I know McDonald's." And some of you are like, In-N-Out Burger, I've heard of, but I have never had it, or I have no idea what it is. Some of you actually know what it is. Well, it's simple. See, McDonald's has branded themselves worldwide, that people in freaking, Singapore, Africa, they all know what McDonald's is because they're everywhere. In-N-Out Burger is only on the West Coast. It's not on the East Coast, so only the people on the West Coast know what it's about. And that's the same thing. So who gets more traffic? Obviously McDonald's. McDonald's is everywhere. They know McDonald's is known by more people. So the internet works the same way. Imagine those blocks that I showed just before. The video, the blog, the webinar, the capture page, those blocks. Imagine all of them are linked to your Vemma affiliate link. And each one of those things represents property, like McDonald's. And the more you put it out all over the internet, the more you put it out all over the internet, the more likely is someone to come across it and become a lead, a prospect, or a sale. So the more you take these things and put it on the out on the internet, the more likely you are to generate what? Leads, sales, all of the above. So what you want to do is generate traffic. You want to be able to take all of those things
Quality traffic.
Yeah, put it all over the world. I mean, the internet, because the internet is like another world. You want to put it all over the internet and attract people to join or to be a part of your business. You want to attract, though, the right people. So how do you do that, right? How do you attract the right people? Well, let's go back to here. Who's your target market, okay? If you can attract the right people, this is called your target market. If you've ever seen our training videos, we did a training on exactly this. There are different types of buyers. People who are dragged to your business app, which is almost like your prospects. Think about prospecting, where you drag them to a home event. They come in, they're probably not even interested. Those kind of people are here at this red line. That's the number game you're playing. Okay? People who are curious, right here. People who are still shopping, it's around here, right? And people who are under extreme stress and pain, who are ready to buy. Now for Vemma, think of those people. If you want them as a customer, it's the people who are sick and tired of being freaking unhealthy, lack of energy, right? Those are customers. Those are customers. They want to know what to eat, how to eat it, right? The body package, man, freaking tells you, has the app, it tells you exactly how to do it. Those are your customers. Those are the people who they're just ready. I don't care. I need something to work for me, right? People who want to be an affiliate are the people who are sick and tired of working for somebody, stuck to a 9-to-5 job, and not being able to live what they truly desire, live the life they truly desire. People who are in enough pain, have a family, have kids, they're tired of it. Those people are ready to buy. So you have to target them, which is in our training videos, guys. You have to target them into doing that, right? Oops, sorry, guys. So this is why when you do this, you're taking that 2 to 5 year plan and you're making it a 6 to 12 month plan. But now you're probably going, wait, how though? How do I do this? It makes sense, but how? Let me show you. Let me go right back to here, okay? You see this funnel here? This is a whole nother training in itself. And it's going to take forever to teach. So we teach this, you know, to our members of our coaching, so we can break it down and tell them exactly how they need to do it. Okay? We break it down and tell them exactly how they need to do it. So what right now, you're probably going, this makes sense. I understand that if I put forms of you know, think about the home event, right? Forms of like a home event all over the internet, that I can drive traffic to it, and this funnel here will convert them into a sale. Yes, that's exactly what we're saying. That's exactly what we're saying. And it's really simple. It's really, really simple. And I want to share how to do that, guys. It is that simple.
Hey, if you're out there, right, you make sure you take notes, right? Because what she's saying is golden, right? I mean, I'm taking notes here. You see my head going back and forth. Right? I'm taking notes on this, right? Because this is powerful stuff, right? So
yeah, it is. Milo, man, he's saying it's my time. You know, that's awesome, bro. Yes, guys, it's powerful stuff, and you can do this. It's simple. So now you're saying, how do I do it, right? Okay, how do I get this done? Well, 1, you have to know who your target market is. 2, you have to know how to drive traffic. And 3, you need to have your funnel set up. If you can do all of those things, what happens? Your business is going to run for you. Your business will run for you. And we want to teach you exactly how to do that. You see, in anything in life, you're either going to invest time or money. In anything in life, you're going to invest time or money. And I'm going to explain that to you. For example, my husband and I were on vacation, right? And we went to Seattle, like by the waterfront. What's that called? I don't know. There's the public market there. I don't know where the Space Needle is, I guess, kind of. So there's this waterfront, and we go all the way to the end of the deck, and I see something moving. And I'm going, wait a minute, what the heck is that, right? And I notice, holy crap, it's a seal or a sea lion. I'm not really sure. So I'm looking, and I see this thing moving, and I'm like, oh my goodness, what is this? And so we have some friends over here. So out of nowhere, we see this, and we're like, oh my goodness, what is that? I think we see a sea lion. So we go closer. We start looking. We're like, oh my goodness, there it is again. He's like, I don't see it. I'm like, guys, look, it's right, guys. I'm like, babe, look, it's right there. He's like, I don't see it. So we wait. We wait patiently. And again, it hops up. Oh my God, it's right there. Again, he doesn't see it. And I'm saying, well, I really want you to see this. Let's wait. And he's looking intently. He can't see it. Like for freaking 20 minutes, this guy still can't see it. Finally, I guess it was like a sign of God. Don't even know. This sea lion comes pretty close to the deck. And it gives us about a minute of, playtime. Like we're able to see it for about a minute straight. Comes up above the water, goes below the water. Comes up above the water, goes below the water. Comes up. But it's like literally like right here. And it was the best. It was like, oh my goodness, we finally got to see it. He finally got to see it. It was like a cute little moment. And it was awesome, right? An awesome experience. And we're walking, and we look over, and guess what's next to us? An aquarium. An aquarium that we could have easily paid money to go into it and look at the sea lion right in front of us through a glass, right in front of us for as long as we wanted because we paid to enter in. And we were like, oh my God, we just wasted 30 minutes trying to look at this damn thing when we could have just paid a fee, get in, and be able to see all the different types of water creatures that there are and enjoy that, take pictures, and actually have more than a minute with them. And I thought that was so funny. So we went for ice cream. And I said, babe, do you realize that the whole investing with either time or money works for everything? He's like, what do you mean? I said, well, we spent time, 30 minutes, to see the sea lion, when we could have spent money to see it sooner and longer. And I thought that was very powerful because let's relate it to business. Let's relate that to business. Investing time is great. Eventually, we saw the sea lion. Eventually, you'll see your result. But the result comes so much longer, and you can only enjoy it for so much less because tomorrow isn't promised. So you don't know when your clock stops ticking. So by the time you actually receive your result, who knows how much time you actually have with your results. And then, imagine the aquarium. Imagine you invest money to see things faster. You invest in your education to develop the skills to acquire the results faster. Imagine now what happens, what begins to happen. Not only do you get there fast, but you see your results faster and you can experience them longer. You can experience them longer. And some of you don't have time. You don't have time for that 2 to 5 year plan. Some of you don't have time to waste. You need your results and you need it now. There are people on this webinar whose why is so big and so strong that they are willing to do whatever it takes. They are willing to move heaven and hell all the way through. They are willing to pursue it, and they're not going to stop until they do, because time is ticking. And if you're anything like us, then you know that's how my husband and I are. We're the same way. We knew that tomorrow's not promised. We know that tomorrow is not promised. And because of that, we do whatever we can today to fulfill the passions of our life to get us closer to that result as fast as possible. And we were like you. We were like you. When we started business, right, and we had no idea how the internet actually works. We started it, and we were like, man, I don't know how this thing works. I don't know how to do this. But we were so hungry to win, like some of you on here, that we just took action. And it was stupid action, but we took action. Like, it didn't even get us anywhere, but we were taking action as much as possible. We weren't seeing much results because it wasn't the right kind of action. And when we finally understood what action was the right kind of action, because we were already in the habit of taking action, when we applied the right kind of action, results happened like this. Fast. And that meant the world to us, because our hearts were always there. And sometimes you just need to be exposed to the right kind of information to get you to where you want to go. Because I know that there's people on here that have been doing the home events, that have been getting people on Skype calls, that have been prospecting. You've been doing everything. You've been talking to everyone. You ran out of your warm market, and now you're on your cold market, and you're just trying to figure it out, trying to get things going. But what's happening? You're still not seeing the results that you want. And it hurts. And you went to Vegas, and you went to the All-In event, and you got amped up again. You said, I'm going to go back out there, and I'm going to talk to 500 people, because if that person did it, I can do it too. I'm going to make this happen. And then you came across this webinar. And on this webinar, we are teaching you things that are opening your eyes and saying, holy crap, I have this burning desire within me to win. And now I just learned something that can get me there faster. If I take this burning desire with this system and I put it together and I explode, I'm going to make it. And I want to say to you that I commend you. I am proud of you. And even though you haven't been seeing the results, it is your time, and your time is right now. There's a reason why you're on this webinar. There's a reason why you stayed to the end. And there's a reason why you're listening and light bulbs are going off. And you're saying, that's it. I'm going to make it happen, period. And if that's you, we can't wait to meet you personally. And we can't wait to coach you.
Yeah. You know,
I'm gonna put it out here right now.
Yeah, you know, this is what's gonna happen, right? In the next couple of minutes, we're gonna give you access, right, to the blueprint, right, to the blueprint of how to go from zero to hero, right? And you see, it's the people who actually stood the whole way, right? There's a power in that, right? So if you're here and you watch the whole thing, I want to commend you, right? And I want to share a quick story with you, right? Because this is what happened, right? You see, there was a guy, right, who was actually looking for people, right? They were looking for people. He was running a big corporation, right, a big company. So he was looking for brand new people, but he didn't just want to have any people. He wanted to have the best kind of people, right? So what he did was, you know, he did a meeting, right, and then they were supposed to be at the meeting the following day at 9 o'clock in the morning, right? And it was a Friday, so the meeting ended late on Friday, and then they had to be up and early on Saturday. And they were in New York, so if you know anything about New York, there's a lot of access to liquor, there's a lot of access to parties, there's a lot of access to nightclubs, right? So what happens is that they get up on Saturday, right? A whole bunch of people, right? And when they get up on Saturday, they're waiting there, right? They're all cranky. They're kind of grumpy because they didn't get enough sleep. Some of them have hangovers, right? And what happens is this is what happens, right? 9 a.m. happens, and they don't see the boss there, right? So the boss is not there, and 9:30 is around the corner, and there's already some people leaving. There's people leaving already, right? But then there's people who are staying. 10 o'clock comes, and now maybe like 60% of the group of people have left now, right? So there's only 40% left, right? Anyways, 10:30 goes by, 11 o'clock goes by, and a whole nother 20% goes by, right? And there's only 20% of the group of people that initially, when they first got started, 80% got slashed off, right? They couldn't wait. They just had to go and do something else, right? And this is what happens. 12 o'clock, midday comes, and the boss steps in, and there's only 5% of people left in that room. And he looks at everybody in the room, and he says, all of you guys are hired. And he walks out, and those people were hired by this boss, right? So it goes to show that when you want something, right? When you want something, you have the discipline to watch the whole thing. Not half of it, not a quarter of it, not what's convenient to you, because if that's the game we're playing, right? If that's the game you're playing, right? Then look, listen, I'm talking to you, right? And if that's the game that you're playing, then guess what? I guess your dreams and your goals can be in the back burner, right? And they can come in at any time, right?
At their own convenience.
At your own convenience, right? So I just want to let you know that, right? That's your responsibility, right? But the people who are watching and watch the whole thing, I really want to commend you, right? And by the way, is everything up ready?
Yeah, everything's up. We got 10 minutes now, babe.
All right, yeah, 10 minutes, right? 10 minutes for what? 10 minutes to lock arms with us, right? Because you have two options, right? What is the first option? The option one, right, is that, you can try to figure this out on your own, right? You can bash your head against a wall. You can scrape your knees on glass floor, right? It kind of sounds like it hurts a lot, right? But it does. You can figure this out on your own, right? Or you can right now make a decision and lock arms with us, right? Lock arms with us because we care about you. Lock arms with us because we have your best interest, right? We're not looking for a transaction. We're not looking for a sales, right? We're looking for the next success story, right? And let me ask you this question. Are you the next success story? Is it your time, or are you just saying it's your time, right? Because I've seen people cry. I've seen people put their hands up in the air. I've seen people pound their chest saying it's my time. But when it comes to making a decision, when it comes to taking action, they don't do it, right? So maybe you don't want to make 6 figures this year, right? Maybe you don't want to hit the highest rank in Vemma, which is Pinnacle. Maybe you don't want to drive that nice Beamer, right?
Legend, actually.
Right, which is Legend, right? Which maybe you don't want to drive that nice Mercedes-Benz, right, with the leather interior, right? Maybe you don't want to do those things, and maybe you don't want to travel all over the world, right? Maybe you'd rather be stuck where you are now, and that's fine. That's fine because there's people who are making the decision.
7 minutes left to get in.
Congratulations. Who just got in? Someone just got in. Congratulations, whoever it is, right? You just got in.
Now, I want to let you guys know something, right? So you're getting our coaching, and we're going to coach you on exactly how to create this system so that way you can get your business on autopilot. Number two, the first thing we're going to teach you is how to generate free traffic, and you need the blog. So to get our coaching, you need to get in, and we have about 6 minutes left. The people that actually get in right now, you're going to get on a one-on-one call with us. Not long, just a one-on-one, kind of answering all of your questions. And so I want to congratulate Charles here. Charles and Eddie, you just got on and you became, I see you here. Congratulations. Welcome. And we can't wait. We're going to get on a live call with you as soon as this ends, as soon as the 6 minutes is up.
Look, and some of you guys are asking yourself, some of you guys are asking a couple of questions, right? And I'm going to get to that in a couple of seconds because there's a couple of questions that are happening in your mind right now. Specific 3 questions, The first question is, how much is it? The second question is,
how fast can I make my investment back? And the third one is, how soon can I see the results? And I'm going to answer all those questions in a second, right? You see, when we first got started, it wasn't all easy for us, right? It was actually very challenging, but the challenges that we went through, I would do them again because it has developed character, has developed experience, has developed us to be stronger than we would have been, and we would have never overcame those challenges, right? But I remember a particular time, right, where, we were going through something, right, me and my wife, and, financially we were in a hardship, right? So, she comes back from work, and I'm just sitting in bed because at this point, I'm kind of, in this point in my life, I was kind of in the funk, right? Meaning that, things weren't going for me. My mindset wasn't there. I wasn't seeing the results, right? And she comes in there, right? And she kind of looks at me, right? She sits down on the bed and she looks at me and she says, "Can I be honest with you?" I was like, "Yeah, you can be honest with me." Every time I come back, I feel like things are getting worse and worse. What are you doing to change that? What are you doing to change that? I look at her and I say, I kind of smiled because I try to play it off, right? Because a lot of people, I didn't want to be responsible. She looks at me and she says, "I feel like every time I come back here, I have to solve all of these problems, and you're sitting on your ass doing nothing. What are you doing? I feel more like a man because of the things that I'm doing, because I'm taking responsibility, and you're not. You're not taking responsibility. So what are you going to do?" I looked at her, and all of a sudden, her words pierced right through my heart, and I made a decision. I made a decision, and right there at that moment, honestly, I felt like running away. I wanted to run away from my problems, like that was going to solve anything, right? But I didn't. Instead, I made a decision to stop acting like a fool, to stop acting like I know everything, to stop acting lazy, and I made a decision that was such a simple decision that honestly strengthened our relationship, honestly got us to where we are now and where we're going faster than I would have never made that decision, right? Because there's two decisions that you can make. It's either you do it on your own, right? Or you lock arms with us. But going back to those three questions, right? So the first question is, how much is this, right? And let me answer this. This is free. The only thing that you have to worry about is purchasing and activating your blog, right? Because we're going to teach you how to begin to start generating free traffic with a platform, a blogging platform.
You have 2 minutes, so I think you kind of like passed it.
Right? 2 minutes left, right? And people are making decisions right now, right? Congratulations, Quentin Hill. If you're out there, congratulations, brother, right? Congratulations, Hilda Garcia. Thank you for making that decision, right? I appreciate that. We appreciate you. We can't wait to get on that private webinar, right? Look, listen. The second question, right, which is, how fast will I see my investment? And let me tell you something. You're going to see it way faster if you didn't make that decision, right? You're going to see it faster. As a matter of fact, you're going to borrow our experience, right? The results that we're creating in our business, in our life today, is the state of mind. It's those ideas that we're going to transfer onto you, right? And if you follow directions and you take action and make a decision, right, and stop, just messing around with your hair, then you can get there in no time. And the last question some of you guys have is, how soon will I see the results? And you're gonna see the results as soon as possible. As soon as you make a decision to get started, because when you make that decision, now you're connecting with powerful minds. You're connecting with people who have experience. You're connecting with people who know the industry. You're connecting with people that create results, right? We're not just talking out of theory. We're not making stuff up. We're not flashing money like a lot of people normally do, right? I'm not even going to name that company, right? But you can probably know, right? They're always trying to recruit you guys, right? Anyways, what we're telling you is out of experience, right? And there's a power in experience, right? Because in experience, there's mistakes that we've made that you don't have to go through. There's money that we've wasted that you don't have to waste. And there's a time that you can get to those results way faster than we did, which means that by the time you get to where we are, you will be certainly more further than where we are right now, right? If that makes any sense. So while I was sitting in bed, I get up, I get my clothes, right? I grab the key and I just drive off. And when I'm driving off, I begin to have this conversation, right, with God. And I'm having this conversation with God, right? And so many things are going through my mind, man. I feel like just giving up. I feel like just doing stupid stuff. I feel like doing nothing. I feel like just saying, you know what? Let me turn the other way and run, right? But instead, I anchored it. I said, you know what? I'm not gonna just stop here. I'm gonna make a decision, and that decision right now is that I'm gonna change my life. That I'm gonna go back out there. I'm gonna go back home, and I'm gonna take responsibility for what I need to do. And that's what I did. I took responsibility with tears in my eyes. I said, enough is enough. That's it. That's it. It's my time. It's my time. It's your time, guys. It's your time, right? So if you're on this webinar, make a decision right now. Pull out your credit card and purchase the blog, right? Purchase the blog. The coaching is going to be free, and we can't wait. We cannot wait to be on a private webinar coaching you and telling you exactly what you need to do.
I think that he really likes you guys out there because he totally went over the 10 minutes. So whoever got in within now and the time that this ends, you guys get the one-on-one coaching. So this guy really likes you. All right, guys, we love you, right? Are you finished here? I'm pretty much done. If you have any questions, let us know, and you can send it through the email here. And peace, guys.